Most people knew what the result was going to be, and that we would get another round of, what the kind of nonsense we got after the game. Jonathan Wilson, the Observer, always brilliant, took a look at the game which turned Spurs' season around. He was talking about a late defeat in December at Anfield where Spurs could have gone top. Reguilon for Bergwijn, the Anfield change by Mourinho that blew Spurs' title hopes. And it was a piece as well about Spurs going from title hopefuls to also rans in the Telegraph, and apportioning the blame by Jason Burt between Levy and Mourinho. No one's got around to blaming the Spurs fans yet, I'm glad to see. Now, Sean, I'll let you be the counsel for the defence, but first the prosecution. Now, I'm sick of talking about them. Of course, I'm one of those who can... I'm actually going to get a massive T-shirt and a baseball hat that says, "I told you so," because I predicted all this the day he was on air, the day he was appointed as Spurs manager. But, Ollie, you yourself have been doubtful about what he could achieve at Spurs. And you could, first of all, let's say it, the Spurs players are not doing him any favours, are they? But you could argue that it's the manager's job to motivate those footballers.
Yeah, particularly, Danny, as he said, as you will recall, in a bittersweet fashion, I'm sure that when he arrived at Spurs, he was praising this squad to the skies and saying he didn't need any more players. So, for him now to change his tune about that is a little odd. I mean, yeah, I think you would absolutely be entitled to have a "I told you so" shirt, and I think so would I. But I think a lot of people saw it coming. I think what has been happening and the trajectory. I thought Jonathan Wilson wrote a couple of brilliant pieces over the weekend, actually, and as did James, that piece that you referred to by James Sharp in my paper, The Mail, on Sunday. It's a familiar trajectory, and one of the familiarities is starting to blame the players and throw them under the bus. The stuff about same coach, different players. I think that I thought it was yet another rather worrying performance by Spurs, and you can pick out. I mean, look, I think Harry Kane is a terrific player, but he is coming deeper and deeper and deeper in search of the ball because there's nothing else there. And I think some of the few bright spots this season have been players like Højbjerg. I didn't think he had a very good game.
No, he's come off it in the last month.
I thought it was instructive, even though I would rather concentrate on how brilliant the move was from Greenwood. But I thought it was instructive how easily Greenwood went past Reguilon for the third goal. Again, Reguilon's supposed to be one of the bright points. I just think there's an awful lot wrong. And, I remember you referring in a previous show to what happened to Mourinho at Real Madrid. And it's almost as if he fell out of love with footballers at some point in his career. Because, look, let's not forget that he was one of the greats. He will go down as one of the greatest managers in history for what he's won. And nobody can take that away from him. But nor can one ignore the fact that he has not got the results that he had earlier in his career in the last 5 years. And, we are talking about a situation at Spurs now. I keep hearing people saying, what a massive game the Carabao Cup final is, as if that can somehow save Spurs' season. So we're talking about Jose Mourinho winning the Carabao Cup, and is that what he's become? And I think probably that is what he's become, actually. When he was at Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in the world with one of the biggest budgets in the world, he won the FA Cup and the Europa League, both of which are decent achievements. This is a man who used to win the Champions League and the Premier League. He is not A-list anymore, I'm afraid, and Tottenham are going downhill under his tutelage.
Well, first of all, I'll also be able to wear a "I told you so" T-shirt, but that'll be about VAR, because neither of you could wear that T-shirt.
Yeah, we're not talking about VAR, Sean.
No, I know. I'm just saying I could wear that. So when you're slagging me off for my support of Jose, remember.
We all get plenty of things.
Sean, you're not important enough for us to slag you off. Come on, man. Let me just say, Sean, go back to the end of your run-up and come in again a bit more pleasingly. Let me just say that at the Hawthorns, it's now West Bromwich Albion 3, Southampton 0. Callum Robinson with the goal there as the Baggies look to, get a second successive victory in the Premier League. Maybe a bit too late for them, but 3-0 to West Bromwich Albion now. Sean, sorry.
As Jose says, bread is bread and cheese is cheese. And what he's not doing, which I actually thought he would do when he got to Tottenham, is use the attacking players in a way they want to attack and use the defending players in the way they want to defend. And when he took over from Pochettino, he actually inherited something that was very much attack-minded, and he felt it needed a more pragmatic approach. But in the early stages, the early games, there was a lovely combination of what Pochettino had left with the attacking flair and what Mourinho wanted. And had he stuck at that point after about 4 or 5 games in, they were playing some lovely stuff, but, keeping the ball out as well.
I'd agree with that.
I think he had the perfect double. I mean, if you remember, Dele Alli playing off the front man quite high up and looking pretty good.
Also, the smash and grab they did on Man City, for instance.
So I thought this could actually be perfect for him. He's got the players with the attacking flair, his ideas of how you can shore things up, perfect combination. But I have to say, you didn't think that happened. I think that did happen in the early stages.
I did. No, I was going to say I disagree, and I've got to be very careful how I say this with Jonathan Wilson. I take the point about Firmino's winner at Anfield. For me, it was the 3-3 draw with West Ham where he just decided that he can't trust these players. Yeah. But they are the players you have, and if you're the manager, your job is to get the best out of them, which he clearly isn't doing at the moment.